Well, hello there. This is Luke and Todd from the Scoundrels Cantina, and I think I'm getting better at these intros. They're not so cringe like they are every time.
Hmm. Well, hello there, good sirs. How's it going?
It's been a while, at least about 3 months since we last did this. Yeah, it happens that way when you have a job, and it really sucks, to be honest.
I've been there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago.
Definitely. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about some Star Wars and maybe some other real life stuff and what's going on in general, and simply gonna have some fun. Although Todd has to get up early in the morning too,
Yeah, that's true.
so that
Probably
really
gonna have
sucks.
like 5 or 4 hours of sleep, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's about midnight here where we live right now, and this whole Saturday we swam in the Danube River, had some fun. Now it's time to stream a bit. So yeah. But anyway,
Indeed.
have you seen the trailer for Ahsoka season 2?
Oh, I have. What about you? What do you think about it?
I actually recorded the video yesterday, which I was editing last night. I'm going to release in a few days or something like that. But we might as well talk about it, and we might as well share the screen for it if you want. Yep.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just scroll through the trailer a little bit, see what's going on.
Yep. We got a starting shot with some U-Wing fighters, as you can see here. It's obviously
Yeah,
Dathomir.
yeah, they keep
Um,
using the Ewing a lot, which I like.
yeah, yeah. U-Wing's great, but the
Yeah,
era it's in now, it's kind of shit, to be honest.
well, it is
This
what it is. But the
this
thing is, like,
this Mandoverse stuff, basically. But yeah. Anyway, what do you think about more Clone Wars flashbacks again?
well, I love it, but then again, there are some people who would disagree.
The thing is, I think I would disagree, to be honest, in
You
some
think
way.
it's overused?
I think it's cheap. It really does. It really doesn't serve the story in any possible way that I can think of, to be honest. Like it really doesn't. It's just there to bring in some more viewers, in my opinion. And the thing is, it's basically a member berry, just like the live stream says. Because, like if you remember in season 1, they literally try to push that flashback thing throughout the whole episode, so that we Clone Wars fans or prequel fans in general could get a hard on for seeing the siege of Mandalore, which we already saw in season 7, and I really liked it there. But over here, it just felt cheap, to be honest. I didn't see how it served the story. They were just like, what's the next thing that's going to be cool to see? That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. And it's still cool to see, I'll admit that, but that's not enough for a good story, in my opinion, at least. We have a dead phase 2 here, as you can see.
It's always sad to see a dead clone trooper.
Well, at least they're actually someone's in real armor here, as you can see.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
from this angle, it looks good, to be honest, as a actual person in armor.
Hmm.
Like in season 1, the of Ahsoka, the Phase 1 clone troopers kind of felt clanky, in my opinion.
Yeah, they looked a bit chubby or something.
Clanky, as in clanker.
Mm.
But yeah, and not only that, the helmets were very weird. I don't know what the hell was going on there. And yeah, it simply suits the Clone Wars to be in animation style, in my opinion, much more than this. Okay, thoughts on this? I think we have something to say about this guy, to be honest. I have no idea who this is. No one does. And not a lot of people know, but this lightsaber is not new. It's actually from the Expand universe. And I'm going to bring that up in just a moment, actually.
Yeah, just go ahead and close that and bring it up.
Yep,
I think we actually did a video on this a long time ago.
we did. We did. Here it is.
Yeah, there we go. It was the Dragon Rider lightsaber.
Yes, the War Dragon Rider, basically. And since I was already editing the video I was making, here is the all the info available for this guy. We did a lore video on this a very long time ago, but this is where that's from. It's very impractical. Let's be honest. It was in some type of, as you can see here, in some type of competition for designing a lightsaber, and some dude won, and they simply made it canon in the old EU canon, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but never used again, sadly. Really suits the old Republic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some random dude with a whatever the hell that is, double hilted lightsaber staff or something like that. I have no idea what to call it, but it's cool. I wish we actually saw something like that. And today with AI, someone's definitely going to use this eventually and make something from this. And maybe we're giving someone the idea right now. You never know. But yeah, it's basically what it is here, as you can see.
Indeed.
What's interesting in the trailer, from what I can tell, the whatever the hell, whoever the hell this guy is, he has a saber staff like Darth Maul at first, a double-bladed lightsaber, to make it simple. But then we have a shot like this. It seems like he divided his hilt into two all of a sudden. So I have no idea, like, how is this going to be used? How is it going to be practical or whatnot? You know?
I'm not really sure. Like, do you think it's gonna be just like two double-bladed lightsabers, like he splits them apart, or is it just
I
gonna
have
be
no
like the
idea.
middle section? I mean, I'm not really sure what he's gonna do with the middle section, but still,
Yeah, it's very impractical in every possible way, if you ask me. Definitely.
yeah, it has to be very specific.
Yeah. Hey man, I hate helmet holes in the Lego Clone Troopers. Phase 2, they need to come out with a clone battle pack with Phase 1 clones because those are great. I actually completely agree with this statement because the Phase 2s are absolutely horrible. I actually have them here on the table. Like, the past 6 years for Lego was ass. It was really ass. Specifically, the helmet holes for some reason changed the look of the clone trooper. The upper part of the helmet seems kind of very wide then, and there's two holes. There's like a part where you'd expect a hole to go, and one above it. So it's kind of ridiculous. Especially, it actually looks okay on the Phase Two Clone Commander Clone Commander Cody, in my opinion. Maybe Clone Commander Fox as well, but overall it looks bad on the regular troopers that have just this very ugly looking hole sticking out of his head, which is on the wrong spot. Unlike the original Phase One clones, which had two helmet holes as well, but they were where they were supposed to be, where it doesn't look so ridiculous. Because I have no idea what the hell Lego's thinking there. To be honest, it's just ugly. And you know, no one's making a clone army anymore. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Like, when was the last time you actually saw a video of someone making a new clone army or something like that?
Yeah, it's been a
I
long
wrote,
time,
yeah,
and not only
it's
that, but the sets that Lego's making these days, when it comes to Star Wars, is just a little bit off.
they're
They do
actually
have some
incredibly
really
cheap.
nice, yeah, but then there's really nice stuff coming out for Lord of the Rings and other franchises, but not for Star Wars.
Yeah, although the main complaint for the Lord of the Rings Lego sets specifically is that they only release like one, eventually two a year. I think this year they released three, to be honest. But the problem is they're always like $400+ sets. Very
The thing is,
expensive.
it's not a kid toys anymore, if you know what I mean.
Yes, ever since Lego introduced the Adults Welcome Wave sets because of the COVID bullshit, because people didn't have anything to do at home and started ordering Lego, they basically introduced the Adults Welcome, and the prices have skyrocketed ever since then. You know,
Yeah, you got to use
and
your adult money to buy it now.
yeah, yeah. If only I had some.
Hmm.
The thing is, all of these sets behind me here, uh, like for example, on this shelf right here, except for the R2, everything else is fake Lego because it's much cheaper, to be honest. And I
Yeah,
have
but
no.
it still looks good and it does the job.
Yeah, it actually looks exactly the same. To be fair, Although on the other hand, sometimes I buy an original like this one. We built this together like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Shrek and Donkey, always loved Shrek, grew up with that. And this is an original Lego set. That's for sure. But the thing is, these what do you call them? Display sets, you know?
Yeah,
Like
it's mainly display sets now.
yes. The thing is with the display sets, as you can see here, there is really no reason to give, like for example, in our country, Serbia C3PO is $150. Chopper is $130. The Star Wars logo is $80. K2SO is $120. There's really no reason to give so much money for a display set when you can buy these on AliExpress for $25 a piece. And that's how much I paid for them. The same thing can be said for this for these guys here as well. The Iron Man display also $25 instead of giving $160 for it, at least where we live, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, on the other hand, I really wanted to share something which I didn't even show you or mention it, but something arrived to me yesterday. Since modern Lego, especially when it comes to Star Wars, has become incredibly cheap when it comes to stickers. Like you pay over here
Well,
the
just
vendor,
remember the vendor. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was
the
about to
vendor
say.
class Star Destroyer. The UCS vendor in Serbia is $800. It's $650 in the US, if I'm not mistaken, and he has, I think it's 4 or 5 stickers on him, which is ridiculous for such a price, and no printed pieces. So I ordered on AliExpress for like $7 or $8 total. I got some pieces here, which are printed pieces for my vendor, as you can see here. Here's the Republic Navy logo and the other details that he has on.
Yeah, it's pretty
So I
nice.
got that. Yeah, it arrived yesterday. I also got more of them for the Enterprise because the Enterprise over here was $450. I bought it last year since I was watching all of Star Trek last year as well. And this is how many stickers they already had. Got it for like $6, all printed pieces for the Enterprise. And lastly, probably, well, this one gets a pass, but Rivendell, Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell, also had a sticker sheet. Not a very large one, but it was somewhat large. And I'm gonna actually show these pieces because they're incredibly well done for the $5 I paid for them on AliExpress. If you guys are interested, I will most definitely leave a link in the pinned comment or something like that at the end of the stream. But take a look at this.
Oh, that is pretty nice. Yeah.
Yes, it's Isildur with fighting against Sauron, and it's a printed piece. Got this one as well of the elves working on whatever they're working on, and a Minas Tirith picture, which is actually hanged in the Rivendell set. And all of those are now printed, which is really nice. So I'm quite impressed with how cheap it was and what you actually get. And ironically, you can sell the sticker pieces on Breaklink or something for a lot of money because they come in very expensive sets. So that works quite well, to be honest. Okay, we have some more comments here. This reminds me of the Force Awakens trailer, of when the Force Awakens trailer came out and there was a massive debate on Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Oh yeah, it kind of does, but there was excitement before the Force Awakens. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't see that much here, to be honest. You?
No, it's different this time. It's different since they screwed it up, but Force Awakens, it was a little bit different.
Definitely. Yeah, mom and dad aren't paying kids $160 to mow the lawn in order to get a slop set. The slop it has been so overused, but I fucking love it. It's just funny at this point. And what's interesting, in the Lego community, people have been starting to call the display sets display swap. Display swap, none of which is below $100. Man, I remember watching your channel and you having the white clone base in your display. Oh, that's actually my actual Lego clone base. He remembers the OG thing I made like 15 years ago, which I upgraded. You know, the
Yeah,
OG
I
clone
know.
base. The thing is, that's in my other room. And back then, when we were actually started the channel a decade ago, I didn't have this room. I built this as a studio, but it really needs a lot of work at this point. So yeah, it's still there. It's upgraded, and it even has an Imperial Lego base now, based on Kejim, which is from the Jedi Outcast game. You can actually find a video of it from a few years ago. I made it I was trying to recreate the game level technically,
Have you ever
and I
finished it?
succeeded, but I didn't finish it fully. It's been sitting there for 2 years.
It's
Just
one of
didn't
those
have the time.
projects, huh?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for 2 years because I just don't have the time. I
It's
wish
like
I
my
did.
armor project. It's never done.
Yeah,
It
he's
will
been
be
making for us
eventually, but
even.
yeah, I got like I decided to make my own chainmail and the rest of my stuff. And I've been working on that for so long, but it's pretty much almost done now, but I still need to narrow down the legs and it should be good to go. But other than that,
You should post it more often, to be honest. At least on the Crossroads Inn,
yeah, when I
since
fix everything
since
then
it's
we'll
medieval
do some
themed.
videos. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The thing is, we've been wanting to do videos on a full medieval Crusader armor for like years, and we're just talking about it and never doing it, which is kind of ridiculous at this point, sadly.
I'm just kind of waiting for colder days, I guess.
The
It's a
thing
little
is,
bit of a bother to put everything on.
this would help a lot, to be honest, because we're very both of us have jobs at this point, and we don't have a lot of time to do this. Like people even basically forgot that we exist. Fair enough, we haven't done this for a very long time. So yeah. Anyway, Let's get back to the lore questions. So yeah, this isn't a new thing at all. We've seen this before. Did a lore video back in the day on it. Actually, even a short about last year, if I'm not mistaken. So
Possibly.
yeah, we
I
might as
remember
well
the
move
video,
on.
but I don't remember the short.
Yeah, you actually recorded it a few years ago. Yeah,
Possibly, yeah.
just like one of the unique lightsabers
Hmm.
that's there. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next part. Just give me a sec. Okay, here we are. Back to the trailer.
Nothing at all like the simulations on Camino.
Okay, she actually looks good here, to be honest. Much better than in, if I'm not mistaken, than in season one.
I guess a little bit younger in this scene, yeah.
She can't be. She's 5 years older, because fucking season one came out like 5 years ago, four and a
Hmm.
half, which is ridiculous. Like what I don't understand with these fucking series these days is how much time passes between a season. They've been making Ahsoka season two for like half a decade almost. Can you imagine that?
Has it been that long?
4 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
I think it's 4 years or something like that. That's just like too much. Insane. Like I remember when TV series would come out every year, one season every year, and they would manage to push out about 22 episodes. And then ever since Game of Thrones, they dropped to like 10 episodes. Then Walking Dead started doing these 13 season or 16, no, 16 episode seasons. Then 13 or something like that. Then I just remember ever since watching Game of Thrones, TV series started to drop their number like massively, almost everywhere. And they pretend to have this some profound quality to them for the most part, but it's just crap since the writing is crap. You can't have a good series if the writing is crap, in my opinion. It's simple as that.
Indeed.
Hayden looks phenomenal. Okay, as you can see here, it's basically a double bladed lightsaber. And it's like a color in between Anakin's and Ahsoka's. He really has the moves, to be honest. He's really got the moves.
You still got it.
Yep. Damn, bro, you really sound tired, to be honest.
Yeah, I do. I do.
And then I guess we should keep this short then, in that
The
case.
thing is, like, I was at work today, and then when I got home, I did more work. So I'm kind of fresh out of everything today.
Yep. I'm still not a fan of Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. It's just not. I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't have the face, I guess.
Like I don't see her as Ahsoka at all. The voice, the acting's very wooden, especially from season one. Basically,
And
the
the
best
and
thing.
the facial expressions is they're kind of
Which
off, I
facial?
guess.
I didn't see facial expressions for the most part. What does she do? She's just stoic for the most part, just there. And then when she's fighting, she has this like a Alex Jones face when he's imitating someone. Liberal, 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 liberal. Incredible. Thrawn's very pale, in my opinion. Still, I don't know what's on with him, but I like that he says the glorious Galactic Empire. That sounds good. Like, and he even calls the New Republic the Rebel Alliance, which is very accurate to the to heir to the Empire, to the Thrawn trilogy of books. He never refers to the New Republic as the New Republic, just as the Rebellion. Dude just doesn't play around. So that's they took that directly out of heir to the Empire, but at least that's accurate, you know. But you know
Yeah.
what's
And then
kind of
they're gonna go ahead and call the expanded universe trash.
oh yeah, you know the
But
expanded universe.
they're still gonna keep borrowing from it. That's for sure.
Yeah, cherry picking what they want when they
Yeah,
want.
just like the
The
lightsaber.
definitely 2027. So yeah, when it comes out, it's gonna be like 4.5 years. So
Hmm.
that's that.
Did they say when in 2027?
Nah, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So it could be the end of it as well, for all
the
we know.
second season arrives after half a decade. Profound stuff, man. It's Morbin time. Oh, okay, and now we have Thrawn in his chair in his office. I don't see a temple guard helmet here anymore. Oh, actually, that was in his office, like with a table. To be honest,
Is this the same office from Star Wars Rebels?
it doesn't look like it because over there he didn't have just a chair in the middle. Although the background looks very similar.
Yeah.
This just I have no idea. It's supposed to be on the Chimera. It was in Rebels,
Hmm.
and he was also supposed to have a command degree helmet in the background. That's a cool Easter egg. Was in Rebels. Would be cool to see it here, but it's irrelevant overall.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, we're probably gonna see some new artifacts in
Yeah,
there
and
as
they're
well.
and a lot of channels like Looper or whatnot are gonna make things you missed from Ahsoka. You know what's interesting about channels like that, like a Looper, like New Rockstars, and those big channels that talk about lore. They always kind of represent all of that as if it's something deeply profound and based on incredible source material from like 50 years ago. It has a long history of doing that stuff. They always kind of represent it as if it's way more epic and way more, well, historical in a way, or deep in the lore than it is. Have you noticed that?
Hmm.
Like when they do these videos, when they put the arrow somewhere and then you see nothing related to it in the actual video when they talk about it. It's just basically made up bullshit. Oh yes, Lucasfilm was always gonna put those things there as it was done 30 years ago, and comments like that, and it never happens basically,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird. It's never like that.
And
And
half the time they don't even explain anything really
they
in
don't.
those
Yes,
videos
yes, they don't
because they
explain
don't
it.
know. They don't know jack shit.
I've
To tell you the
noticed, you
truth.
know, the channel Emergency Awesome. I used to watch him like a decade ago. He used to pump out like 5 videos a day based on lore, and he was basically a lore master on literally any franchise which would be considered geek related. So Marvel, DC, heroes, blah blah blah, whatever. Walking Dead doesn't matter. So he was an expert on all those things, and when every video comes out, he would represent it that way, as if he knew what he was talking about. And ironically, he still does it to this day and gets a lot of views on it. And what's interesting is now that we know Star Wars lore almost better than anyone we know in real life, when you hear him talk, you know it's bullshit. You know he's making up bullshit that never actually happened. It's not a part of Star Wars originally, but it's represented in a way as if it was always gonna go this way. It was planned all along. Like not even the fucking episode 7, 8, or 9 were planned. What is he talking about? So yeah, you have those channels, the show channels, basically. They like everything that's ever released, never criticize anything, don't actually have their own opinion, and fake being excited and pumping up the fan base that doesn't know really much about anything, to be honest.
And pumping up the current thing, pretty
The
much.
current thing, yes, it's always the current thing. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. Well, they sure love the Star Destroyers coming out of the dark. It's not the first time they've done it.
Yep. We have a boarding party here.
When did we see that first? Was it Rogue One?
What?
The Star Destroyer coming out of the dark.
You mean when Vader's Star Destroyer comes out and destroys those ships escaping Scarif?
No, I'm talking about the shadows on the Star Destroyer.
Let's see one more time. What shadows do you mean?
Yeah, like this, like.
Oh, it's when it's in the shadow of the Death Star in Rogue One.
Yeah.
That was in the trailer, and they didn't fully show it in the movie. It was partly shown, but yeah. More New Republic troopers, more Easter eggs. Oh, look, we have some white liberal women. You know, witches. You know how it is.
Well, no.
Don't you see the reference here?
Yeah, I see it.
I think this specifically here is for a very specific audience. It's the audience they want, not the audience they have or had, to be honest. The white liberal women. You saw the scream, right?
I did, yeah.
Exactly when it's exactly the same when they make those videos yelling and hitting stuff with sticks.
I remember that, yeah.
Do you see the reference now? So yeah. I don't know. This was just cringe, to be honest. More Dathomir. Boy, do they love witches. No wonder I immediately thought about the liberal women. Oh, nice. I remember this taking out a Imperial cruiser in Rebels.
Yeah.
The first time we saw a B-wing.
Looks like they're trying the same thing here.
And looks like it's definitely done on the Chimera if you see the outer ring here.
Mm-hmm.
That's around the ship, if you remember the...
Yeah.
So,
It's got the travel ring around it, yeah. Why
like
not just go for the ring, though?
Yeah, true. You would want them to cut it.
Yeah.
Like with the Nebulan B cruiser, you always wanted to have it explode.
Yeah, you always wanted to split in the middle.
Yeah, and it did in Rogue One. Someone got their fantasy there.
Oh, yeah. And this is the exact same thing with this ring around the destroyer.
Yeah, you want it to crack there. Oh, we have the fucking Hound playing Balin's Skull. That's really cool. Oh, there he is. The thing is, I think I saw some concept art or something, but his beard is much darker than it was for Ray Stevenson. Damn it, that's such a shame that we're not going to see him again. Like, that's like the best part of season 1, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Ray Stevenson really kicked ass. He had a presence on screen. His moves were great. He fought like a medieval knight. While Ahsoka was samuraiing some shit like that. That's what it looked like, at least.
If any one of you dies with a clean lightsaber.
Now rape his fucking corpse. You know what always spoke to me? The shit dwarf. You know, at the Battle of the Blackwater. You shit
Mm-hmm.
dwarf. Fuck the king's guard. Fuck the city. Fuck the king.
Fuck the New Republic.
Fuck the New Republic. Fuck the Empire. I don't know what else he would add. Fuck the Admiral. Or whatever. What the fuck, salami? I don't think I'm even allowed to swear so much due to how much swearing he actually has. So Todd, if any more words come pouring out your cunt mouth, I'm gonna have to eat every fucking chicken in this room. Why the hell did he activate that? You know what's interesting? They're once again kind of pushing this gray area with Balin Skull. Like Anakin is mentioning that he has some way of preventing all wars or something, if you remember in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like, I find that ridiculous, especially having the Chosen One talking about that. Wasn't the Chosen One supposed to end all that? And now we have some more bullshit. But when we're on
And
that
not only
topic,
that, the thing is like, what's the point of this story if it's going to lead to the sequels?
yes, that's what I was gonna mention actually. Like, I could I could see myself kind of getting into this New Republic era stuff after Return of the Jedi, if at the very least that was the furthest the story goes in this current canon. I could get myself into it to some degree at least. But knowing that all roads lead to Rey Skywalker just completely kills it. Because you know what that means? It means Thrawn loses. That's like a must. Thrawn is definitely gonna lose. New Republic wins here. And like when you watch the New Republic, if you remember in the Mandalorian series, that New Republic episode, the Empire was fucking right. That's how shit the New Republic is, you know. And if, nevertheless, if all roads lead to Rey Skywalker, what's the fucking point? Like I can't get invested. I don't care. That's the problem. But if this is the furthest the story goes and we don't know what's going to happen, I could see myself being kind of at least invested and curious to see where it goes. Otherwise, I know that Thrawn loses. That's all there is to it, you know. So when they talk about that big endgame type movie, it doesn't work. It's not an endgame type movie if the First Order and Resistance is coming, you know. How
Yeah.
the fuck is it? Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it doesn't have a point.
And ironically, a similar comparison would be Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones had a first 4 seasons which are great in my opinion. Then the other few were kind of mid, and then the last two were dog shit. That's how bad it was. And now they're making prequel series, and like for example in the House of the Dragon, when they're talking about a prophecy, the Song of Ice and Fire, blah blah blah, you know it leads to the ending of Game of Thrones, to season 8, which is crap. So that's kind of a problem, but it's even more of a problem for Star Wars, because Star Wars is more prophetic in a way where the supernatural is most definitely real. The Force is real. Everyone knows it. The Chosen One prophecy is real, although they actually ignored it when you look at it, because the when you look what did Anakin actually achieve, what did Anakin actually change in the Disney canon, and actually in the EU as well, he changed nothing. The Sith still exist. The Jedi still exist. The dark side is still there. Evil still exists. The Chosen One prophecy is useless when you look at it through that lens. Like, I don't know how people don't get that, but it's useless in that manner, at least. So, yeah, that's kind of a problem. And now we're talking about Balin Skull knowing a way to end all wars. Wasn't that Anakin's, to somewhat degree, purpose as the Chosen One?
Well, it should have ended there, but
I think Dave Filoni's pulling shit out of his ass at this point. Seriously.
that's
Like
possible.
he's like a kid that basically takes his toys out and starts playing with them anything that's cool, basically. That's what Dave Filoni does. What I think. And you know what's ironic? He doesn't let his characters grow. He's a God forbid killing any of his characters. That's never gonna happen with him because he loves them so much, and he just takes them out to use them. And you know when we're already on that topic as well, why doesn't Anakin visit Luke? He was redeemed because of Luke. Why the fuck is he only with Ahsoka? Last I remembered, Ahsoka failed to save Anakin when she was fighting against Vader and Rebels. It didn't happen. Luke's the one who did it. But I don't see Luke getting a visit from Anakin's spirit. What's the deal with that? I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. Got a little chopper there.
Got a hammerhead, a blue one. That's really cool. I love the hammerhead.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
I remember.
And we got the look on the right there. You got the perfect split ship.
Dude, we have some E-wings. If you look at it better. Look. We got some E-wings. And you know what's interesting? They should have put the E-wings in the sequel trilogy originally when they made it, but no, they really wanted that nostalgia bait. Another X-wing. Ooh, remember how much people were jerking off to X-wings?
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
I remember that. Remember that like intro trailer for The Force Awakens when they
ooh, yeah,
built
that
a life
X-wing
size.
sound. You know what's interesting? You now sound, oh, I remember, as if you were part of it. Like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it turns me
the
on.
X-wing.
Gotta love the X-wing. It turns me on. I don't know why it does, but it does. that's the way it sounded for a moment. But you know, when Rogue One came out, I was absolutely overjoyed seeing a hammerhead in the Galactic Civil War because it's an old Republic ship, and it's great for headcanon.
And
Like
not only
far,
seeing it, but just seeing it in use. They
yes,
didn't put it in the background like like it
they
is
actually
here.
did something badass with them.
Yeah. Which made it even more cool.
And in Rebels, you actually saw three of them. I remember when seeing that, I was already happy because for someone who's into headcanon, basically just affirms that Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars the Old Republic and the EU from before the movies, it's fucking legit, you know.
Yeah.
And ironically, one of them was yellow-ish, orange, and you had a red one. And the red one was the most similar to the Endar Spire type from KOTOR, specifically.
Yeah.
Which is really red. Well, this is cool. This suits the New Republic, to be honest. I like this shot quite a bit. I just don't know what these capital ships are. Looks like the ugly resistance crap from The Last Jedi when they're running away. But, it is what it is.
That's possible.
Chopper. Choppenheimer. He would do it, Chopper is probably the reason why the Empire was right all along. A-wing or whatnot. Yeah, she looks a bit better here than in season 1, in my opinion.
Yeah.
These guys behind Ezra here, they look like those Rebel Alliance commandos, if you remember from the artwork. Like, I can't remember the image, but they were actually in black, but their armor here really resembles that. They're just cherry picking the EU anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And also in season 1, if you remember that whole flashback part with Anakin and Ahsoka in the world between worlds, basically the question was, is she going to live or die? And I find that quite ridiculous, if that's an actual question. And over here in this trailer, he's asking her, are you a Jedi or not? Are you fucking serious? She's fighting for the light side as it is, obviously. Does it even matter if it's called a Jedi or not at this point? Like, what is she doing? She's training Sabine Wren, the not force sensitive Mandalorian from Rebels, which is now retconned to have the Force all of a sudden. Actually, when I remember better, that's the stupidest thing in season 1, in my opinion. Sabine's
Hmm.
Ren Force sensitivity. And of course,
Yeah.
the lightsaber is not doing shit. They don't kill you anymore. I wish
Well,
they
they
could
burn you a
retcon.
little bit.
Yeah, they just burn you just a bit. No
Yeah.
biggie. Stab wound.
Just like in Kenobi as well.
Yeah, cries in Qui-Gon Jinn,
Hmm. They
basically.
use them in yeah, they use them as baseball bats now instead of
Yeah,
lightsabers.
like just remember in the Kenobi series when Kenobi's in that dark room, he hits those damn stormtroopers as if with a baseball bat. You don't even see lightsaber burns or anything. Like just compare that to the Force Unleashed. It's very similar to the scene with Starkiller for the Force Unleashed 2 cinematic.
Yeah, I
In
remember
dark.
that.
He kicked their ass, and it was 2010 then, and
And
I
it
can
is
assume
exactly what people wanted to see.
it's exactly that, and the effects were phenomenal. Like for 2010, and now it's a cinematic from 2010, and for 2011, SWOTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic cinematics, they look so damn good in comparison to modern stuff. Like they haven't made something as badass as those things since. Let's be honest. And they put up well in 2026, incredibly well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we have Captain Enoch doing shit. That's cool, I guess. Just gonna switch it. As you can see here, he obviously has a sword with some Night Sister magic enhancement. Cool. What do you think about this?
Hmm.
We kind of already saw something like this in what do you call it? In season one when he's training, although they weren't real lightsabers.
Yeah. I can't remember.
General,
Was he using four back then as well?
yeah, four. Although they looked more like flashlights there,
Uh huh.
since they're for like training or whatnot. But yeah, I can already see the General Grievous memes and the kitchen droid one from Book of Boba.
Yeah.
Oh, now filming the Book of Boba. The thing is, me and you today when we went to have a swim in the Danube River, we were basically like in the Polynesian spa.
Oh, there are no words.
Come on, New Zealand, try something new. Come on, Lucasfilm, try something new. Can we get away from the classic Star Wars formula and do something actually new?
Nah, it's too risky.
To be honest, like I enjoyed Star Wars Theories fan film, but it's still all part of the formula, like the classical thing you expect to happen. You know, although props to him for daring to give $1 million for something like that. To be honest, like I don't see a lot of people having the balls to do that. That's a lot of money, changes your life, and he wanted to make it, and I respect that. Dude doesn't give a shit. Damn, Hayden really looks good still. Although I'm not sure if they did some enhancements or something with CG or
They
but
probably did.
okay, Dathomir here once again, as we can see the ghost, E-Wing.
Yeah, you wing again.
Oh, season two just took him half a decade. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think
And
we're done.
millions of dollars.
It's interesting. I
What was
remember
it? What was it in Mandalorian? Like 20 million per episode or something like that.
that's what I was gonna mention. 20 mil per episode. That was freaking ridiculous. You know what's interesting about it? They made that volume system for the Mandalorian, where you basically have the background in whatever they put there, and it's like choosing a wallpaper for your desktop, for your PC. They just change the environment and they can film something there, put a few practical things, and for some reason the fucking episodes were still $20 million per episode.
And they managed to screw up Tython as well.
Oh, Tython was horribly done in my opinion.
Yeah, because we know what it
Resembling,
looks like from Star Wars: The Old Republic.
yeah,
Like that's the
you should have
Tython I'm
valleys
used to.
and rivers and mountainous ranges, and also I really like the Flesh Raider area where yeah, it's not a Tuscan Raider, but it's they were called flesh raiders and have these junkyards and whatnot and caverns and a lot of Jedi ruins and stuff. And what they did, they gave you the Arathi Highlands from World of Warcraft, basically here. Not even that.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just a disappointment. Like when they do, when they when they want to take out something from the EU like that and show it off, they just kind of disrespect the whole thing and make it inferior to the original.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I got into SWTOR and got off on Tython from that what's it called? Those orange shuttles from SWTOR.
Shit, I can't remember.
Rendarin class shuttle. Oh, I love that. It looks like the LAAT. It's basically one of my favorite vehicles from the Old Republic era because I love the LAAT, and this is like a shuttle with this cockpit part which looks like the LAAT Republic gunship, almost the same as that. Beautiful, like absolutely phenomenally done.
Indeed. Although there's like 2 or 3 versions of this thing, because you got the small one that's used for like a taxi, and this is, I think, the one that you get off of.
And you have
And then
there's
you got
also the
the
larger one.
bigger, like the gunship version that they use in the Deceive trailer.
Yes, the one Malgus uses. It's huge actually there, like when it's
Yeah,
falling
it's
behind
the
the gun.
same. It's the same shape, pretty much, but it's just bigger.
Bigger.
Shut
I
up.
get shut up. Shut up. Don't want to get canceled. Shit. The memes just like you don't want to see our Instagram. Like it's insane. The algo's so fucking good and funny. It's unbelievable.
I guess you worked hard for it.
I did. I did. And now I'm without the phone for like the past 3 weeks to detox from fucking Instagram. But it's actually refreshing, you know. I have a newfound motivation to work on videos, which is quite cool. And oh, I have an idea. Would you guys like to see something that I was making the past few days? Why the hell not, I guess, since we're streaming. It's been 3 months since the last time we did this, but we might as well. I don't think we should play the sound, but yeah, no need for the sound. Don't want to get copyrighted for nothing. But here we are. Just let me get it
Oh,
up.
we got pleasant experiences with that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Especially
Certainly
when
wouldn't be the
unjust.
first time.
My favorite part is when a random non-channel copyright claims things that don't actually belong to them. That's my favorite part of YouTube. Like when it's
Yeah.
something you actually made yourself and they just screw you anyway. So yeah, I had a Clone Wars dream last week. Something with Anakin and some snow, and I wrote the script down. Basically, I made a map of it. So I tried to test out if the Jedi Academy movie duels engine can take something like it, and if I can make a machinima or something like that, a short film in some way. So this is just like a test scene that I made, and I have two more with Obi-Wan and um, Count Dooku as well. Just wanted to test it out to see if I could be able to make my own Clone Wars episode with something like this. Because I
Even
always
more powerful than Dooku.
more powerful than Dooku of the Sith army, and then falls
You could
over and
become a
says,
bounty hunter.
"You can become a bounty hunter." You know the fat kid that fights with what's his called? Airsoft Fatty, I think it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anger is not the way of the jet. And then he falls on his ass. It's
Hmm.
like, oh my ass. Nonetheless, I'm just gonna play it. It's quite short. But yeah, I've been testing to see if I can make some fun battles or something like that, in this engine. But yeah, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll show you another one right now. Let's see where. Just need to find it. Damn it, there's so many. Okay, I have an Obi-Wan Kenobi one. Is it on? Okay, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So yeah, just testing it out. For some reason, it's playing. It's playing the Anakin one again once this ended.
Yeah, because it's in a playlist now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one with Kenobi looks even better.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll play one
Maybe
more.
it's because of the hallway.
Well, it is a
Not really
separatist
sure.
one. It is a
Yeah, yeah,
separatist hallway. I mean, it could look better, to be honest, but it's an old engine from an old game from 2003. Let's be honest.
yeah.
And I have this one as well. Tested something with Count Dooku.
Hmm. The sheer elegance. And then he just chops off his fucking head.
Definitely.
Damn.
Did you see the part where he? I also wanted to use since Darth Maul uses this move from Palpatine. I was kind of why the hell not make him use that move as well, like the you know you can actually turn the lightsaber on while he's doing that as well, like in the jump, which would look quite cool, in my opinion. So yeah, I've been experimenting with that a bit, and a lot of people haven't seen this, but I also have a Warhammer one. It was quite short, but every time it goes back to. Oh, and I've been testing out to see larger scale battles, what they would look like, and yeah, I used the First Order. Shame on me. So yeah, that's it on that.
Oh, how far you've fallen.
Like people have been asking for war videos, and I'm like incredibly not motivated to work on those because they just no one's interested in Star Wars war anymore. It is what it is, you know.
I guess
But
just
yeah,
people are fresh out of hype
yeah,
until the
definitely,
next thing that they drop.
definitely. And by the way, these clips we're gonna be posting these clips on it's called Cantina Archives. We decided to simply post stuff that are never gonna go to the main channel. Actually, I might as well just post the link here or whatever. Give me a sec. Okay, okay. Well, actually, we're just gonna share the screen. One moment. Okay, this.
Do not redeem.
Do not redeem. Okay, this is the new channel where we're gonna start posting videos, clips from live streams, and basically all other things that are never gonna be used for the main channel, like behind the scenes and stuff like that. And we're gonna more openly talk about random topics from time to time, or at least I am. If Todd gets the time, we'll do it together. I'd love that, to be honest, like the good old days. But over here, we're gonna be simply posting random stuff because we have a lot more interest in Star Wars, to be honest. Like I'm way more interested in maybe Lord of the Rings at this point and other franchises and basically the happenings of the gaming world at this point and what's going on there. You know how it is. Like for
Hmm.
example, have you noticed how Games Workshop, for example, have been incredible assholes to fans of theirs, just like
Oh yeah,
Lucasfilm has been to Star Wars.
yeah. They
Like
take everything down. They copyright people for
yeah,
nothing,
like
pretty
Games
much.
Workshop has been so mean to Warhammer fans. You can get
I mean, the
copyright
thing is,
strike.
like, people are promoting their stuff and they're just banning them, which is
Yes, people make fan films that they get banned. They get screwed over. And ironically, I made a joke of a yeah. I might as well share this here, or should I? I'm not even sure because it might get taken down by Games Workshop because they're very cruel to their fandom. But look, we'll just do it without the sound then, because the sound is what really gets you screwed for the most part. Just a moment. Damn, we have so many unfinished projects. It's unreal. Okay, here it is. Let's try with 50% at least.
yeah. Just get a little bit of something going on in the background.
Okay, for some reason it's lagging and it doesn't want to open it.
Well, looks like it's time for a new PC then.
No, it's not. It's not regarding the PC, I think. but I don't know what it is. Okay, just a moment. Sorry about that. The StreamYard is acting very weird right now. Yeah, it just doesn't get it just doesn't come up at all. Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, screw it.
It doesn't. It doesn't want
You'll
to
do
share
it.
screen.
You'll do
No,
it
it doesn't
another
matter.
time.
Doesn't matter. Who cares? But yeah, basically, we will talk about stuff like that, politics as well. Ironically, I am who I am because of Star Wars, which is ironic, specifically because of what happened when the Last Jedi came out. You
Hmm.
remember that time when we
I
did that
love the
warm review?
Republic. I love democracy.
I love the Republic. Yeah, the thing is, like we are who we are because of Star Wars in a lot of ways, and because of how we as fans, like all other fans, have been treated by Lucasfilm. Like for example, JJ talked shit about Star Wars YouTubers in 2018 when The Last Jedi came out, and we were one of those first channels that criticized the movie, or we got called racist, sexist, and whatnot. And basically, that's one of the pushes to who I am right now, because I saw how they treat you and how much they make shit up about someone who they deem an enemy, the leftist, the liberal lunatics at that point,
Yeah.
completely unprovoked, for no reason at all. Like, as if you're not allowed to not like a movie, criticize the shit story for Luke Skywalker and whatnot. And The Last Jedi is basically what started this journey. Like, I used to be a Christian, but now I know I'm a Christian conservative specifically because of what happened back then, you know because that pushed me in a certain way. I saw the way I was treated for nothing, called a fascist Hitler or whatever for nothing, literally for the most basic Christian opinions that Christians have always had. So there's stuff like that I'd love to talk about on the other channel, which would be quite fun. So there's that. You know, we
Indeed.
basically wouldn't be who we are at this point, and
As Darth Vader said in the Kenobi series,
I
I
am
am
what
what
you
you
made
made
me.
me.
Yes, yes. We are what they made us. And a few years ago, I remember we heard that we were blacklisted by Lucasfilm. And my what do they call us back then? Racist, sexist, fascist, Hitler stuff. I wear that as a badge of honor from those fucking assholes. Like, yes, I am, as far as they're concerned. To be honest. So yeah, there's that. I think we'll be finishing off. It's not a very long stream, but if we could be a little bit more consistent over the weeks, maybe do once a week, that'd be awesome. We'll be posting videos very soon on the Cantina archives. Actually, here is the link. We would actually very much appreciate it if you would subscribe there, because we're going to be much more active over there on that channel. So there's that. And by the way, don't forget we posted I did a very a deep dive for Star Wars theories lore on his Vader episode 2 specifically. I saw a lot of inconsistencies in the way he made Vader episode 2, with some lore stuff like the Purge Troopers not existing at that time period, or using a Venator with red on it in 18 BBY. It's most definitely supposed to be completely gray. Sure, we all love the Venator. I don't know if you guys can see it. You can't. I have the UCS Venator like right behind me down there at this point. So yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies in Theory's fan film. I quite enjoyed it despite that. I guess it's a creative choice that he made, and he's allowed to make it since he put in $1 million into something like that. He can put whatever he wants and make up whatever lore he wants. I just pointed it out that in both the EU and canon, because obviously the fan film is kind of head canon. It's a mix of both, I can see, regarding a lot of decisions there. But there are some inconsistencies like that. While on the other hand, you have something very niche, which is very accurate to the lore. Like for example, in the fan film, Commander Fox names one of his Coruscant Guard troopers Captain something. Can't remember the name specifically, and he looks like a regular Coruscant Guard, which is quite accurate to Revenge of the Sith because Commander Thayer looks like a regular Coruscant Guard when Palpatine orders him to look for Yoda, if you remember. Yet he's supposed to be a commander, Commander
Indeed.
Thayer. Yet he looks completely the same. That's one of those creative decisions where theory really rocked. And for example, when the Venator, which is red and is supposed to be gray, as it was in Vader Episode 1, when the Venator opens, you have a new class shuttle, which is completely gray, accurate to the Dark Times era, both EU and canon, head canon, let's say. And he has TIE fighters in there. It's 8 months after Revenge of the Sith, meaning it's 18 BBY, 18 years before the Battle of Yavin. And the interesting part is he has TIE fighters there. And when you check the lore specifically, TIE fighters were designed in 18 BBY. So that's accurate. You have that there. The
Yeah,
Purge
showing
Troopers
off
have.
a new piece of equipment. And not only that, but like the first time we actually see a gray Venator was in Revenge of the Sith at
So
the
yeah,
ending,
he's
pretty much.
definitely
Yeah.
supposed to have a gray one there.
Yeah.
That's like an inconsistency regarding the lore there. And also the Purge Troopers are inaccurate. That's like probably the biggest gripe, I guess. The Purge Troopers are inaccurate because he's using the ones seen in the Kenobi series, which is based in 9 BBY, 9 years before the Battle of Yavin. Yet the ones we see at first after Revenge of the Sith are the Phase 1 Purge Troopers seen in both Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken, regarding Survivor. But Jedi Fallen Order for sure, which is 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. So the Phase 2 Purge Troopers are not. It's not possible for them to exist then because they simply don't. That's the thing. Unless you're just simply making it up, you know. So that was like, although they used Death Trooper weapons, and Death Trooper weapons were seen in 18 BBY in the comics on Geonosis with Death Troopers. So that's accurate. So you have a lot of things like that there. And I suggest it's a 30-minute lore breakdown. I released it a couple of hours ago. I suggest you guys check that out. So yeah, it is what it is. Overall, enjoy the fan film theory. Really put a lot of money into it, and he's the only one who did to that degree. So props to him for that. But yeah, I think this is it for now. We're gonna try and do this next week if possible. Would be awesome to have it every Saturday or Sunday, depending on when both of us work. That kind of
Yeah.
sucks. Would you like to? Do you want to answer a few more questions before we end this?
No, I just wanted to say that next week I'm actually at a medieval festival, so I'm not gonna be
Oh yeah,
home for the stream.
yes, medieval festival. Anyway, I'll see if I can do it alone. If my
The thing is,
internet.
this kind of sucks because like I've got a job, and then when I get home, I got a lot of stuff to sew as well because I do custom like medieval clothing as well as tents. So I don't really have a lot of free time on my hands. But then
Yeah,
again,
and since we live in fucking Serbia, I'm not able to have a good enough internet to do this every single night. Unfucking believable.
well, it
The
is what
thing
it
is,
is.
I was willing to pay for them to get it right in my street here. Basically, the only issue is in my street you have this box where everyone's internet is, and it doesn't have enough holes for all the houses to get good internet. And ironically, I'm the only one who actually needs it for anything more than watching fucking YouTube in the whole damn street. Believe me, I know.
No, I guess you should.
But everyone already got it before me years ago, and they just simply refused to put a new box with more holes in it so that everyone can have good internet in the street. So yes, I'm not able to stream by myself. I always have to depend on Todd, and he has a job that works much more than I do, which is why I use my other time to kind of make something for the channel at least. You know, it is the way it is.
Yeah, I
So I'm
just
kind of
wish I had
dependent
more
on you.
time, man.
Yeah, you don't have enough time. I don't have good internet. It really fucking sucks. You know. So yeah, Patreon would be a life-saving thing for us, to be honest, and that's why we're gonna push it much more. We have a lot of exclusive content. That's why I've been working day and night for the past year. Haven't released almost anything, but you guys will see soon. So that's why check out this channel. We're gonna start posting regularly, or simply go to Patreon. We have a lot of free content there. Half the stuff I post there is for free. You don't have to pay for anything. You can still enjoy it anyway. But yeah, gonna have to promote that. We really regret not doing it earlier. The years past when YouTube was much better for us and everyone else, to be honest. And just to let you guys know, if anyone's planning on starting a channel, now's the time, because we got an update from YouTube that from February 2027, the it's gonna be much harder to get monetized on YouTube. They're gonna require 8,000 watch hours. It used to be 4, then they put it to 3,000, and now it's gonna be 8,000. So you're gonna have to have at least 250,000 views on a regular video to get monetized in 12 months. That's how much it's gonna require. And YouTube's getting harder and harder. So now's the last opportunity for everyone, including ourselves. So yeah,
Indeed.
it's
All
kind
right,
of
man. Let's go
depressing.
ahead and it is a little
It's
bit
kind of
depressing.
depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they're probably pushing the hour boundary because of the AI videos that keep popping up, and like every single one of them is like 30 minutes long or even
They just
longer.
make up shit, basically.
Yeah, and
Every
people keep
single time.
watching that, and that's probably why they,
I tested it out for free on Grok in February for like 3 weeks, basically. And it was free then still. So I tested it out to see what the hell it's all about, how does it work, and everything. And in some way, it's kind of useful. Like, you don't have to pay $1 million like Theory to make a, fan film. Although it's inferior because it's not human in a way.
yeah, you
But
get all sorts of slop until eventually it gets it right. But
yes,
you
that's
know,
basically the way it works. You get a lot of slop, a lot of misses until one of the shots looks good. And that's how it works, basically. And the thing is, I haven't deleted the videos that I have. I have a lot of it that worked, but I haven't posted anything. And I don't intend on using it again. But I'm just thinking about heavily editing what I have and try to make something out of it and simply see how it goes. But I have no intention of doing it full time at all or even using it again because I don't need it. I don't need to make my Jackson the green rabbit from Star Wars fan film when I have a Jackson model for movie duels right now. If you guys know about it, give me a sec. Yes, this character. I really like this character because I was always a fan of Jazz Jack Rabbit, the game from '98, basically. What's up? You talk about more Disney canon slop. There it is. Everyone's overusing the word slop.
yeah, there's that word again.
You know what? There's another word that's overused now, but it's very accurate. It's called fatigue, and I have all sorts of fatigue lately. The goy fatigue, the white liberal women fatigue, the we was kings and shit fatigue. You know how it is. But yeah. Anyway, we might as well just end it here. So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys so much for watching. Check out the new video we released an hour ago, basically, or two. And I'm getting back to working almost every day here because I have no choice. Please check out Patreon's gonna help a lot for us. It's like the only way to be independent in any way possible. But luckily, we live in Serbia, which is you don't need so much money as you do in the West, to survive. You can live from like $500 a month, which is at least something. So yeah, that's it on this. And Todd's gonna go sleep and wake up to work in the morning. Sucks.
Hmm. Well, it is what it is. At least I'll get my what is it, 5 hours of sleep?
Shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, let us know in the comments below. Thank you to the chat for for talking to us a bit. Um, Let us know in the comments below if you would like us to do more streams, and I'll answer all the questions in the coming few hours after we finish this. So if you have anything, if you watch this till here, write something down there and I'll answer directly. Okay, whatever it is. So
Alrighty.
yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. May the force be with you, and may God bless you.
You rebel scum.